Hi, today it's Martin Evans and I would like to talk about building teams. As soon as you put more than one person together, you're really looking at a team, whether it's a team of 2 or a team of 22, it doesn't matter. You're now looking at 2 people or more interacting to create whatever it is you're trying to create. Now the reality is, when it comes to humans, personality of an individual is extremely complex. That's the nature of human beings. They're complex creatures. When you put 2 or more of them together, then you have something extremely complex. And the mistake that is easily made is, because it's so complex, we kind of just take personality out of the equation. We try and just ignore it, if you like, and we try and just behave and kid on that it doesn't actually exist, and people will just need to do what they're told. The reality is that it seldom works out that way. So if you're trying to build a team, now building a team, as I say, could be just bringing in an extra employee, or rearranging your employees, or changing them, or taking some people and putting them together to achieve a specific outcome or a project, then you're working and you're messing about with teams. And it's an extremely delicate process. There's an awful lot going on underneath the radar. And if you are not aware and you're not trying to work with the human psychology, the nature of humans, then you're really doing it uphill and you're making it extremely difficult on yourself. So what I work with is showing you how the individual psychology works and how that psychology interacts with others. So how I am as a person and how you are as a person, and how I behave with you and how I behave with somebody with a different personality changes all the time. And therefore, without understanding the basics of that psychology, without understanding what makes you tick and what makes me tick, then it's very, very difficult. And you really are hoping and crossing your fingers an awful lot to expect that those teams will simply work out. Now, I know that typically when you're putting a team together, the things you'll look at will be, their skills match. If somebody get this skill and somebody get that skill, their experience, their work, their qualifications, even those kind of things, you'll look at what do each of them bring to the table, and that's absolutely correct. But unless you're looking at that with also an understanding of what each of them bring to the table in terms of their personality, then everything else really will fall apart. You see, what will make it work and what will make it fail will not be their technical fit, it'll be their personality fit. Now the reality is that everybody can make it work. Your ideal team, if you like, will generally have a combination of personality types. However, unless you understand how those interact, unless those people understand something about that, the opposite is also true. You see, to get a team that's got a good mixture of personality types, then you're also asking people to work with their difficult person. This is one of the paradoxes in psychology, and it's something that can be worked around, but it needs to be understood. Now, if you put a bunch of people together who don't really have much trouble working together because they're of similar personality type, then it also brings other problems. It's not a very well balanced team, and it brings its own extreme problems. So this is what we work on here. This is what I'm all about in this sense, and we can work together on that to make sure that you pull the right teams together, you populate them with the right people, that you and they understand how to make that team as productive and as effective as possible. And teams will largely succeed or fail according to how well the personality, the dynamic of that team is working. That's what I'd like to cover, and if you want to talk to me about that, happy to get together. My name is Martin Gibbons. We'll catch you in the next video.